Hi everyone. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. If you want to share me out, share me out. I'm not gonna be with you guys long um, at all. I just want to give you guys an update on Kamari Highland and the and Kendrick Lee and Brian Coulture. Just give me a second here. Make sure you hit the like button, please. I'm almost done. Give me a second. Give me a second. Cut that off. Cut that light on. Go to bed. Good night. Love you. Whew. Kids in bed before 9. Y'all pray for all the children, especially third graders, this Wednesday in our state. Well, in our town, we'll be doing a state test. So pray for my kids. Jarella has a star test tomorrow. So this week, they should be going to bed at 9, but I've been kind of lax on it. But I should make sure they're in bed at 9:30. But making sure that they're in bed by 9 is such a rewarding thing for me. So um, they are in bed by 9 p.m. And I think we're going to make sure that they're in bed at a decent hour from now on. Like, I just feel like 9 o'clock is a decent. Okay. Hey, Reese, how are you? Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for listening. And, um, Ian, I just came on for about 30 minutes, y'all, because I didn't want to be long. I know I haven't been live and consistent, but y'all, I just been tired. Still, I had to keep MJ, and he was whining because he's teething. So we really, and having to work Saturday, and him teething and whining, and him not being the best had me. Then it was up all night, like yesterday, and I'm gonna do get to the update. Yesterday, when my brother came and got the baby, I went ahead. I cooked. I went to bed at 4. I didn't wake up till 8 o'clock that night. I got up. I had to straighten up my room because it was just not a mess because of the kids with Jayla. And I cleaned up everything in the house, and I didn't go to bed till about 12:30. So I am at a place now where I'm all right. I'll try my best to be live. Like, it's hard for me. Like, school is important to me, and finishing, making sure my kids get the attic. My kids are good, and we have back to this crazy life of football, dance, and me being a mom, work, and sometimes I just don't feel like it. So, but but I do want to ask everybody to continue to pray for the children that are doing the third grade reading gate test. Pray for Jamel because test, that he passes his first time. And pray for Jayla in her last star test for the year. Hopefully, both of them do well. And I pray to God that, they're able to both move forward. They are smart children. So I just pray for them and pray for me. Um, so I definitely came on here to give you guys an update on the Kamari Holland case and the Kendrick Lee case. Um, I definitely want to let y'all know that Christy Simple, that is Kamari's mother, she did take a plea agreement to because she testified against Jeremy. So Christy has gotten 20 years. I do feel like she deserved more time. Um, for basically doing that to her daughter, but she knew. I just feel like she deserved a little more of a punishment. But you know, but the person that deserved the worst punishment is Jeremy, and he got that. He was found guilty by the grand jury. Um, let me let me read to you guys what happened today in court, because like he has been basically he has been given 4 life sentences, and he deserved it. Like like he is a monster, and there's no other way. Like I feel like the state of Alabama, the prosecutions feel like there's no other way than for him to say that he admitted to all these things to get right with God. Yeah, God does teaches us forgiveness, and you have to be held accountable for your actions. So I do feel like the uh 4 life sentences and to be put to death. Yeah, he's being put to death. Um, is the greatest cost of action. He was found guilty Friday. They gave him a sentencing on today. Um, let me show y'all. Yeah, let me show y'all this, and I'm just gonna pull it up on the screen.
Free Tax USA. Free? Let's break that down. Free federal return for
Well, the man convicted of raping and killing 5-year-old Kamari Holland has been sentenced to death. Russell County judge announcing his verdict this morning after a jury convicted Jeremy Williams of all of the charges against him Friday. Williams also sentenced to life plus 30 years in prison. News at 9's East Alabama reporter Justin Brown is live this evening at the Russell County Courthouse in Phoenix City. Justin, you're in the courtroom today for the judge's ruling. So tell us more. This has been an emotional case for everyone that's been involved as well as watching. What was the reaction like today?
Well, Barbara, you're right. The room was full of many sniffles and tears and tissues being passed up and down the aisles to the Williams and the Holland family. The judge looked at Jeremy Williams dead in the eye and said, quote, "There is no punishment that I can give you that is a worthy punishment for what you have done." The courtroom was full of, again, members from the Holland and the Williams family, officers from the Columbus Police Department, and deputies from the Russell County Sheriff's Office.
That this is real life Kamari gone.
This is emotionless 40-year-old Jeremy Williams after learning his fate, death.
From now on, we will remember Kamari and not Jeremy. I don't think it's worth remembering. But for the fact that evil exists and it's a bad thing, and there are cases that warrant the death penalty, and this one certainly does.
After 3 grueling days of witness testimony, the jury found Jeremy Williams guilty of capital murder, and Judge David Johnson heard final testimonies before making a decision. In a room full of family members on both sides, Columbus police officers, Russell County Sheriff's deputies, and jurors, the court heard from Kamari's father, Corey Holland, who read letters from his 13-year-old daughter and Kamari's grandmother. Holland's daughter said, quote, "I don't understand why someone would hurt her. She was so sweet and caring," end quote. Holland's mother said, quote, "What kind of demonic creature are you? You should be ashamed of what you did to such an innocent little girl."
He shouldn't have did this to my daughter, let alone the other victims that he violated. So justice was served, but it still don't take away Kamari's gone. But I'm glad he got the death penalty.
Officials from the Russell County District Attorney's Office and Russell County Sheriff Heath Taylor say in all their years of service, they have never seen anything like this case.
I've never seen any one case that in my opinion, deserve the death penalty more than Jeremy Williams. The things he did to Kamari and to video everything as it occurred was horrific. He's gotten the max sentence that the law allows, is, what we were striving for the whole time.
And as with the death sentences, there is an automatic appeal, so there's no way of telling how long Williams will be waiting for his execution. Live in Phoenix City, Justin Brown for WTVM News Leader 9.
Certainly, maybe a little closure for Kamari's family. All right. Thank you so much, Justin.
Hey Trisha, how are you? Um, so I definitely want to share some more with y'all. Uh, Hold on. Um, because it was more than just like it was more than just Kamari's father that was had a statement. His wife had a statement. The other victims got on the stand and had something to say too. And I want to share that with y'all because they have a voice too. You know, you know, that's the crazy thing about all of this. Um, so it says here, I'm gonna read what the article says. It says here that Jeremy is no more than 40 years old, and he was sentenced to 4 capital murder charges. And it says here that he got sentenced to all of them, as well as we read what the mother wrote. But he said that Corey finishes reading his time on the stand by stating, "You don't deserve life yourself. We don't have Kamari, and you don't deserve to see your kids or life." Kamari's first cousin said he never met a child that smiled as much as Kamari. When times were good, she smiled. When times were bad, she didn't know better. She smiled, her cousin said. The cousin spoke to Jeremy directly and said that he sat in the courtroom last week and today, nonchalant. Oh, I'm sorry that you're tired. Um, Nonchalant, like it's just another day. But it's a happy moment for us because we got to look you in the face and let you know who you are and what you are, said Kamari's cousin. Williams' former wife said, "This is the wife." Now I have questions about the wife. Like, she didn't know that she married such a monster. Like, this, okay. So let's listen to this. So it says here, his former wife said on December 2021 was hard for her because that's when she learned about the death of an innocent 5-year-old child at the hands of Williams. But also that's also when she learned that he was responsible for their 1 month old baby death. So he was responsible for, that he admitted to doing this, threw a baby down the stairs, and the baby died of some type of intestinal issue, but it was something that he did. Um, he and for taking the innocence of her 4-year-old daughter. And so this was back in 2021. So 22, 23. So this baby about 8 now. She went on to say that William is a person who constantly inflicts pain and suffering to those who are defenseless. And she said, "I was not going to look at you, but I hope you suffer every day. You are vile, you are evil, and your days are numbered," said his ex-wife. Baby, she divorced him as soon as she possibly could. Baby, you should have never married such a horrible, despicable, monstrous person. He gave signs that he gave signs unless he was abusing her. Um, it says here the last person that spoke before his sentencing was an assault victim who testified on Friday. She said she is just a hollow shell with a million things on her mind. She said she can't help but to think how things would have been different if she spoke up years ago. However, she sat there and listened to Kamari's story for the first time. She watched Williams twirl his hair and daydream, stating he is nothing but dirt beneath her feet. Not even because dirt can touch her and he cannot. She said, "Goodbye, big black monster." um, it says here that the final testimony before Williams was sentenced, the state had two witnesses speak against Williams, one being a victim and one being his first cousin, mother to the victim. So this is the first, like it says here, the 9-year-old victim spoke to what Weezer would do to her and told the courtroom how she trusted him and his wife. However, he made her feel alone. She said he would take her to a hotel or to a family member's old house, and now because of what he has done to her, she is afraid to be in the dark. She said, "I want Jeremy to go away forever so he can never hurt another little girl again." The victim said, "I am proud to stand for all the little girls who were hurt like me." His first cousin took the stand and read a letter to Williams that he sat in the courtroom. She said she asked herself why. She said she waited for this day to Williams how he for this day to Williams how he hurt her, both him and his wife. She said Williams took advantage of her and her daughter during a time she was vulnerable. She said, "I trusted our girls would grow up like together like we did," said Williams, "because it gives me great pleasure to tell the world that you do not deserve another chance to walk this earth." His cousin ended her statement saying, "I will not forgive you until the things you did to Kamari and my child will be done to you." And this is a separate assault case, and he is sentenced to life without parole and 20 years in prison on two charges. William have to also pay $90,000 to the state. Um, and and he deserves all of that. Um, he deserves all of that, and to know that this we don't know, it's gonna take him about 35 50 years to execute him, but baby, he'll be sitting in the jail cell not able to hurt another little girl. That was the plan. It'll take them a minute because baby, it take a minute to execute people unless they're gonna go ahead and get it on out the way. But he will live with knowing what he has done, and he will have to answer to that. um it can't be a mental disorder. I think it's a sickness. Something happened to him when he was. I'm not making this excuse, but something happened to that man to make him feel the way that he feels about little girls. Unless someone did something to him inappropriately, and in his sick, twisted ass mind, I'm just thinking about it. He think it's okay to do that and be and not be held accountable for that. That's sick. That's a sickness in the mind. But you still have to be held responsible for that because them children did not ask to be here. And my heart and prayers go out to the father because, like, not only did he lose his Kamari, like, he doesn't have custody of his other child. He's still trying to fight the system in Alabama because, as you know, he didn't supposed to let Christy get the children, but he did anyway. Trying to be nice, man, to folk, and her drug addicted ass couldn't stay off drugs for a whole. It's no excuse because he should have abided by what the court order said, and he had custody in the sand. But trying to be nice, but you can't be nice to a fucking drug addict. Okay, you can love them so much, and addiction is a hard thing to fight. And if you don't have that strong mindset to overcome, you'll do stuff like this. And I'm praying for the people that um is still fighting addiction, but you can beat addiction. Just overcome it. Know that you are stronger than the addiction. Find something else that occupy that time. She should be charged, but for some reason they work out a deal that she only gonna get 20 years. I found out looking around that she will only get 20 years for for testifying against Jeremy, but they didn't. But my thing is, she knew. He said that she knew that he was sick in the mind, that he knew he had a sickness for little girls, but they couldn't charge her with that act. Only thing they charged her with was selling her daughter. So you know she'll be in jail for 20 years, and when she get out, let's pray that she'll. Well, you can't charge him because he's did. You've seen his video. If you didn't, he's suffering himself. He will have to live with the fact, that he allowed her to go over there, knowing that Christy had an addiction, and he'll have to live with that for the rest of his life. That his daughter is no longer a part of this earth, and he kind of had a hand in it by allowing her to go with her mother, and he will be fighting that demon for the rest of his life. And I don't think that he deserves to be charged for her death. I don't, because he probably was trying to do, even though, thinking that she would be halfway damn sober and halfway decent, and she wasn't. And the people that are responsible, in my opinion, are where they need to be. He has lost his son. He has lost his daughter. I think that's enough to let him deal with that. That's his punishment. And you know what I'm saying? This is a learning lesson in every situation. Because you try to be nice, and I guess he was just trying to be nice and kind, give her the opportunity to spend time with the kids for Christmas and stuff like that. And you wouldn't think it, she would do that, but she worried about prostituting, selling her daughter for 2,500, and all that. So I just don't. I think the right people are in the right places, and he'll forever live with that on the inside of him for the rest of his life. That will change this man. Trust me. I have never lost a child, but for him knowing that he allowed her to go over there, that's going to. I know he wishes that he had a do over, but he don't. And so this is the reality of it all. And I just feel like he'll just have to live with that for the rest of his life. And no, and he'll have to learn how to forgive himself as well. Um, my kid's father smoked marijuana, but not if he's you know, I know, but a man judgment is different than a woman's judgment. I'm not going to say that he deserved to sit in jail, and that's how I feel. Everybody deal with stuff differently. Everyone, if he decided to go over there, that was his decision. But I'm not going to say that this man deserved to. He been through enough. I feel like him living with that on the inside, that's enough punishment. Um, and him losing custody of the other child, that's another punishment. So, you know, that was just a wrong decision. We all made wrong decisions. I ain't gonna judge him on it, but if he had a do over, I bet you he would never done that ever. But you don't know what he had going on himself, so I can't say. But I know me myself know. Um, So I got about 10, 15 more minutes, y'all, then I got to go. Um, and I'm going to, I got to go because I got to do finish up some more schoolwork. Um, so let's see. Let me see. All right, y'all. So this is Brian Cole. So Brian Coulture, they did find him guilty, and he has been found guilty for Kendra Lee's death. And I'm gonna show y'all the video. Um, and how the judge, he didn't have a jury trial. He had a bench trial where the judge did his sentence. For some reason, I just feel like him growing his hair out and having this somber look was gonna make him look like he was so sad and so, but so he was innocent in this situation. But the look on his face, baby, when the judge said what she said what she said. Okay, got a child. Them kids did not deserve that. And Brian and Gloria deserve what they get.
A man is found guilty of killing his girlfriend's 8-year-old son and leaving the child's body with his siblings. Investigators say Brian Coulter beat Kendrick Lee to death in 2020 and then left his remains inside an apartment where he and the child's 3 siblings lived.
Our Adam Bennett, who was in the courtroom, was there when the verdict was read.
Adam, how much time did Coulter get?
Ron, the judge sentenced him to life in prison without parole, and she found him guilty of capital murder after just 20 minutes of consideration. That's because she was making the decision here because Coulter waived his right to a jury trial. That verdict, again, came just 20 minutes after closing arguments wrapped, where we heard prosecutors recapping testimony from Kendrick Lee's brothers. They say that they saw Coulter beating their sibling. But the defense argued that the state never proved intent. They were asking the judge to consider lesser charges. However, in the end, Judge Kelly Johnson found Coulter guilty and told him after the verdict that the facts in this case are some of the most horrific she's ever had to listen to.
Those children have haunted me this last week. They have haunted my mind, and they have interrupted my safe space when I leave this building.
Coulter's lawyers immediately filed an appeal. They declined to talk to reporters afterwards. Meanwhile, the victim's mother in this case, Gloria Williams, she is facing charges including tampering with a corpse and injury to a child. The most extreme of those charges carry the penalty of up to 99 years in prison. Her trial is set to start this Friday. Ron.
All right, a disturbing case there. Thank you so much, Adam Bennett.
It's time for me to get it set up.
So that is the Brian Coulter, and he deserved what he got. Even though I see now he ain't got the tough look. I wonder is he eating steaks and talking all gangster at the in the prison cell. I wonder he gonna be talking all gangster. Where his goals at that was in the front? Where his goals at and all that? Where his goals at? He was so tough and hard. Where his J's at? Where his Air Force Ones at? They were eating big off of food stamps and all of the Social Security checks and all of that. And look what you done did, and look where you at now. You done grew your hair out looking like a hippie. And trying to have this somber look like you're some innocent person that just made a mistake. No, you wasn't. And that you had a mental problem. No, you ain't had no damn mental problem either. It's another definition of evil. You had evilness against children. And this boy was autistic. He couldn't verbalize what he needed. And the mom, she gonna get it next. I'll be reporting on that, what she'll get, y'all. I just wanted to come on here for like 30 minutes I'm on to give y'all the update on this because I feel like this is I have to report on it because I feel like this is full circle because these children are getting the justice they deserve. I want to get back once I'm gonna try my best because schoolwork be schoolworking, and sometimes I be tired. But this is what we're moving the channel back to because I feel like that's what God is yielding me to do. It's like report on things that is need to be reported on, talk about celebrity gossip and stuff like that, and all the other maybe every now and then, but sticking to this it showed me by my how I have gained subscribers and stuff like that, and my views have went up from that where I need to be. So if I ain't got nothing to report on, y'all won't hear me from me. But if it's something that I want to talk about, if it's some gossip or something like that, and I want to give my opinion on it, we're gonna talk about it. But I'm about to get off here. I hope y'all had a great weekend. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Excuse me, y'all. Um, I got to hurry up before I get too sleepy. And I hope y'all have a great Monday. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. But make sure you hit the like button. And we're out. And make sure y'all continue to pray for all the children that are doing this third grade reading state testing. It's coming up, especially for Jamel and Jayla has started, especially y'all praying for them. Y'all have a good night. Peace. And I'll see you guys on when I see y'all. Peace. Good night.